this is noodleFeet as he stands now. If you remember last time I did an update, I had him built up to about here. I had all the motors installed and everything. I went ahead and added a second tier, which if I get the angle right, you can see there is a 9th servo motor right here. This motor is actually on top so that it can turn this planetary gear that I went ahead and added on top. It's kind of held on this tray. I can actually pop this out and show you. So I've got a couple of light diffusers with some colored LEDs in there, which will light up nice and bright. I went through a couple iterations of these, so this is the one that I'm going with. This is roughly the same thing, it just broke because it was too thin, and then I was going to give him much bigger eyes, about this size, and then mount LEDs all around in a circle. If I put these next to each other, you can see just how big they are. In comparison, they're quite large, but I think the tinier ones are a lot cuter. They look like how they do in my drawings, the ones that I've done of noodleFeet. So if I go ahead and put this back in here. Yeah, that's noodleFeet. So the other thing that I worked on is the brain. So the thing that's going to be running him, because if you remember from before, I kind of had this breadboard wired up to an Arduino, kind of dangling over his head. He needs to be able to move around or stand freely, so I made this complicated brain assembly. It's all plugged into an Arduino, and then I have a breadboard, proto board, perf board, whatever you want to call it, which I have little male headers that the servo motors can plug into. And then there are a bunch of jumper wires with male header pins on the other opposite end that actually just plug straight into the board. So anyhow, this is going to mount directly onto the top of his head here. Once I add this, the very last thing I need to do is find a head, like a head plate, to fit over noodleFeet. So I need to go, I don't know, shape hunting and find a bowl. Yay! noodleFeet has eyes! Huh? Hi! Friends? No. No friends? Yeah, friends? Okay. We'll be friends. Be happy. I put his harness back on because he almost fell over a couple of times, but that was my fault. Dance!
Dance monkey.
That'd be a wiggle. Hey, it's Sarah again. So I got Noodle a bowl, like I said I was going to. That is an actual bowl on his head that kind of looks like an army helmet. He's supposed to have like a big, kind of semi-transparent bowl that fits over his entire head, like down to about here, and is like a bit larger. But you would think you'd be able to find that at any store, right? You can't. There are no bowls like that that are kind of milky or clear or anything like that, that are that large and flat on top without like a lip or anything. So I'll keep looking, but until then, this actually is mounted onto, I don't know, I'll show you here. La la la. Okay. Ha! So all of his wires to his eyeballs little like, I don't know, optic nerves, and some of the wires to some of his motors are routed up and plugged into his little brain that I showed you. And then this thing, this bowl, which is actually the appropriate color, gray and optic yellow, this with some pegs fits onto this, I don't know, female peg thing that's kind of at a slight, like, 10-degree angle on his head. So this kind of just, I have to kind of look up in there, but if I get it aligned, then this just kind of snaps in, and Noodle's got himself a cute little army helmet. But, whoops. Oh no, I'm snagged on something. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, Noodle. Look at Mark. Good, Noodle.